Creating WordPress posts. By default, WordPress creates one post for you. And the idea is to show you what a post would look like, and in addition to that, what it would look like with your theme. Every theme will display it a little bit differently. We can also categorize these particular posts into different groups, and we'll talk a little bit about that in 1 minute. So let's jump to the dashboard, and you'll notice in the top left hand corner it shows you how many current posts you have, and as we just discovered, we have Hello World as a default. So if you click on Post, All Posts, you should see all the posts that are currently on your website. Now earlier we set up the settings so that we could actually see 10 posts per page. When it gets to the 11th post, it will automatically create a new page. So in our case, we're going to go back to our post and we're going to create a brand new one. So add new, and you get this particular screen. Now the nice thing about it is that it allows us to put in a label. So I'm going to put in a title, and then we would put our post down in this particular section down here. You have a variety of tools available. There aren't that many, but there are enough to actually structure it the way you want it. If you want to be a little bit more finite in the way it appears, you would use HTML. And there's a variety of tags that are available here as well. So we're going to stick with the visual. What you see is what you get. And I'm going to put a post in here so that we can see what would happen when we do that. Okay, let's put that post in here, and I'm just going to paste something I already have. There's my post, and as you can notice, it's quite a large post. So this would be kind of problematic in a sense if we had 10 of these on every page. Our title on top, and of course every content below it. So there is a way of actually structuring this so that you give a teaser. And if the person wants to read more about it, they just simply click on Show More. And to do that, I'm going to come to the bottom of the first paragraph, and I'm going to use this Insert More tag. Now this will allow me to actually structure it so that they have to click on Read More in order to see the entire article. And that kind of lets me put more and more posts on the same page. So let's take a look at that. We're going to publish it so that we can see it on the website. There you go. So let's switch to the website. Let's update this by refreshing it. And there's our post. Now you notice the read more. So if I want to see more, and right now we have 2 posts there. If I want to see more, I simply click on read more. And that takes me to the entire post. And you can see the entire post here. So let's embellish this a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is go back to my post, and I'm going to create a new category for it. Now right now it's in uncategorized, but I'd like to create a new one, and I'm going to call it Tutorials. So we have a new one called Tutorials, and anything I put in here to explain a function or an idea is going to be placed into this category. So I'm going to add that. You see it's here now. I'm going to remove it from uncategorized. We're going to see what happens when you do that. So I'm going to update it. I'm going to jump back to the regular website. We're going to go back to the home page, and you'll notice it's still here, but now we have 2 categories. One category, if I click on it, will only show me Hello World. And yet if I click on Tutorials, I'll now see those that are associated with tutorials. If I want to read more, of course, then I just click on that. Back to the home. There it is. Now I want to embellish it a little bit to give it a little bit of flavor. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and here again is my post, and I want to put an image in. So the first thing I'm going to do is click in front of while, Now images are really simple. All you have to do is find what you're looking for. Sometimes look in Google Images, type in a search for something. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to put something in here for accounting. I'm going to draw an image over. I'm just going to drop the file. It automatically uploads it to the website. And now I get to choose the size that I want. Now that's kind of a small size and it's not a bad one. So I'm going to choose that and I'm simply going to insert it. And there's my image. Now if it doesn't wrap correctly, the first thing you want to do is to click on the image and you're going to click on this edit the image. That'll bring you back here and you can now choose how you want it to wrap. And more specifically, you can even change the size by clicking on one of these sizes. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 100 and I'm going to update it. There you go. So let's see what that looks like on the website. I'm going to update it again. And I'm going to jump to the website itself. I'm going to refresh it. And there we go. Now we have a little bit nicer look and something a little bit more appealing. So as you read and you decide I'd like to read more, then let's take it a step further still. Let's go back to the post and let's come down here and add a few more images. I think I'd kind of like to have on the third paragraph, sorry, I'd like to have another image. So I'm going to upload another one. And this time I think I will upload the charts. And there we go. I'm going to look at it. I'd like to put it on the right hand side. So again, it's going to wrap around the text. And it's currently 300 and I'm wondering if that's actually a good size. We'll try it and see. So I'm going to insert it. There we go. It places itself on the right side. We're going to go down further and just in front of moving I'm going to put one more image. Oh, there we go. Actually, let's just open this up. Put another image in here. That's a good one. And we're going to check the size. And the size looks okay. So we'll insert that. And there it is. And we'll go down a little bit further. And just right about in here where it says now, I'm going to put one more image. Now keep in mind, you don't have to put in any images whatsoever into a post. But I think they kind of embellish it and they make it look pretty good. So here's a picture of an actual chart of accounts. And I'm going to put it on the left hand side. And I'm going to make it a little bit, well, let's leave it that size. There you go. Fantastic. Now that's just a little bit big. So I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to modify it. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. In fact, I'll make it about 60%. Update. There it is. I'm just going to make sure that I click in front of assets so I can push it down below the image. Fantastic. Now let's update that one. Anything you highlight, you could add, let's say bowling or something of that nature. So I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to, let's say, accept these charts, accounts I should say, and I'm going to bold them. And I'm also going to put bullets on them. Fantastic. I'm going to update that. I could change the color of the font as well. And now I'd like to see what that looks like on the website. So again, I'm going to refresh it. There we go. It's back again. And when I click to open it up, and by the way, there are two ways of doing this. One is to read more, and the other is to click on the actual name itself. Now you notice a little edit here. And you've also noticed this black stripe across the top. Because you are currently logged in as the administrator, that band is there. I strongly recommend that you have two browsers open, one to show the actual website and the other one to show the backstage. That way you don't have this band and you don't have this edit. You see more specifically what it would really look like. So let's take a look at the post. And there's our post, and it's kind of embellished. It's got a little bit more to it now. Kind of looks a little bit better too. That asset's a little bit off, so good thing is we can come back in here. And I'm just going to go down to where assets are. And I'm going to push that down one by pressing enter. Get rid of that extra bullet. Oops, sorry. Let's just get rid of that. Put that in there. Take that back off. Good. Update it again. It's sometimes a little finicky, but we'll come in here and we'll double check by refreshing. There you go. Now we have a little bit more space there between the image and the actual list of charts or accounts. That's all there really is to creating a post. You can play around with it a little bit. You can try different formats. You can come in here and modify it in a variety of different ways. You can copy it from a Word document. There are some issues when it comes to format with Word, but you can manipulate that through here, changing the colors and things of that nature. So I hope that helps a little bit with creating posts. They're very easy to create.